Aquarius, tuning into your energy and also looking at the astrology for this November, I really do feel like this month is full of opportunities for you to grow and expand, particularly in your career or your role or your public image, however it is that you show up in the world at large. This might actually feel a little bit intimidating. That's kind of what I'm picking up from this crew, but I really do feel like there are some beautiful rewards. I feel like there is some recognition that you are lining up for. If you're looking forward to this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. And I actually do have a little favor to ask before we dive into today's reading. As many of you have noticed, I am now going by a different name. I'm now using Serafino Esoterica across all of my social media. Part of the inspiration for this new name is that I'm really excited to branch out and kind of broaden more than just tarot and astrology videos. I love doing these readings for all of you. It's really such a gift. And I also really want to talk about some other things. So if you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover, definitely feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message, especially on Instagram. That's probably one of the best ways to get a hold of me. You can actually find all of my links for my social media accounts and my website in the description of this video. I will never reach out to you to solicit my services. Anyone who does this is just a fake account, so you can report and block them. And I just really appreciate all the support that you've given this channel and to me over these years. It really is a gift to do this work, and I'm so excited to continue putting out information and readings for all of you. Before we get into the cards, I'm just giving my friendly reminder that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages in this video are going to be meant for you specifically. If this video just doesn't resonate, nothing went wrong, it's just not meant for you at this time, but you're more than welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign, which you can find on my playlist, on my YouTube channel, or at the end of this video. I do also recommend that you really trust your own intuition and discernment to figure out what messages are meant for you and what should be left behind for somebody else. Anyways, I am looking at the animal cards that I just pulled for you. We'll get to the tarot in just a moment. But I have the bee and the turtle. And so with the bee, I really do feel like this is a very productive month for you. You're working on something, and it honestly feels very positive, very productive. Like, I almost get the sense that you're feeling good about something, and it's helping you come out of your shell. I feel like if you've been stuck in a rut or just feeling kind of like a hermit or just having a hard time connecting with people, it feels like you're keeping yourself busy, and that's kind of getting you out of your shell a little bit. I feel like that's something that's kind of important. Like, I feel like, yes, there is this growth for you, Aquarius, but it's going to require you to potentially step out of your comfort zone a little bit. I also get this kind of contrast between the bee sort of buzzing around, moving very quickly, and the turtle that moves very slow. It's important that you don't burn yourself out, that you have a balance of both of these, because it feels like with the bee, if you don't take your rest when you need to, you might actually sting someone. You might snap at someone, you might get snippy or just agitated. So it's important that you're kind of taking care of yourself here as well, and that you're also tasting the fruits of your labor, because the bee is ultimately about tasting that sweetness. So what are the messages that we have for Aquarius? Just going to shuffle some tarot cards for you now. What are the messages for Aquarius? Wow, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Honestly, one of the first things that came to mind with this combination is like an office romance or something like that. You might be in a relationship or having feelings for someone you are working with. For others of you, this could actually just represent doing something that you love, putting your heart into a project. I actually really get that with the bee as well. It feels like some of you are already working on a project at the start of this month, or you're working towards something. I feel like there's a lot of collaboration. It could also be creative in nature as well. But again, I'm just going to say for some of you, there could be like an office romance, or there could be a coworker who has feelings for you. It feels like there's potentially that energy for some of you. Obviously, general reading. We also live in a time where offices aren't so much of a thing anymore, so maybe this is a little different, but I really do feel like there's something about like work and romance crossing over. So that's interesting. What are the messages that we have for Aquarius? Okay, just had a bunch of cards come out. Interesting. So I have the Queen of Swords and actually Fate coming out. This is a unique card to this deck. I feel like you just have a very clear sense of what your purpose is. And that's something that's kind of come from collaboration and connecting with like-minded spirits or working with like-minded spirits. Or just working towards something that you love. I feel like you have a very clear sense of purpose, although there might be some confusion. I only say that because I have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Let me actually dial into this for a moment. Okay, I got it. What I'm really feeling with the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups, it's like, I almost feel like there are distractions coming up this month, Aquarius, which is very interesting. Things that might distract you from your purpose or like from what it is that you really desire, from what feels most meaningful to you. And it's important that you remember your destiny with Fate and the Queen of Swords, that you stay clear. And it's also important to remember where your heart really lies. What else do we have for Aquarius? We have the Six of Cups. A lot of cups here, a very emotional but beautiful month here. Six of Cups is often about reconnecting with people from the past or with parts of yourself, your inner child. There's just some sense of nostalgia or reconnecting with a simpler time or sweeter time or coming back to something. It's like knowing your purpose from childhood and then forgetting it and then reconnecting with it. I also feel like some of you are being celebrated or recognized this month, particularly around the 13th when we have the new moon in Scorpio. That could be signifying a new beginning in your career or public image or social media, online. But it's interesting because it's like, I get this question, actually, where it's like, do these people really know the real me? It feels like you have this kind of public persona, but then maybe there's almost some imposter syndrome as well. Yeah, it's kind of giving imposter syndrome to me. And the Six of Cups really feels like connecting with a time you felt more sure of yourself. Or sure of what it is that you wanted. And I mean, it's interesting because I feel like there really is this beautiful energy around you, Aquarius. I feel like, especially those of you who are working on like a creative project, there's a ton of creativity here. There's a ton of passion. Whatever it is that you're passionate about doing, I feel like it is having a lot of energy. You could get a lot of stuff done in November, and maybe even at the end of the month, you're putting something out into the world with the full moon in Gemini on the 27th. But it's almost like maybe you've gotten so productive, you've kind of lost like the heart of it, or it's important that you remember the heart of it. Just as kind of like an example, like when you blow up on social media, like it's really easy to get caught up in the numbers and it's all so exciting, but you can kind of start to lose the meaning or the reason why you're creating what you're creating. That's just an example, but maybe that is literal for some of you. It could actually be possible, or something like that could be possible this month for sure. Because it's like, yes, you're getting what you want, but there's also kind of like, maybe, I don't want to say a dark side to it, but there's a reality to it, you know? There's a reality to achieving your dreams, to realizing your dreams. And like, I think you're actually doing that this month, which is really, really beautiful. But there's just something about it where it's like, oh, you know, it's like, I got what I wished for. This is what I was hoping for. I've always wanted this. But it's like, there's parts of it that you didn't necessarily expect, parts of it that you don't necessarily love as much. So that might be some energy that you were working with. But yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, you have worked so hard for this. I feel like you've worked a very long time to get to this point you are in, or to realize what you are about to realize, or achieve what you're about to achieve, Aquarius. Wow. 10 of Cups. Your dreams really are coming true. And, like, I don't want that to scare you. I really don't want to be the wet blanket. I don't want to pop a hole in that bubble. But it's, like, I really think the only thing to watch out for this month is, like, there is a reality to your dreams. And I mean that in many ways. I say that with many meanings because it's like, yes, you can realize your dreams. Your dreams can be a reality, but there's also a real side to that dream. There are things that might come with that. And that's not to even necessarily say that that's wrong for you. In fact, it feels like whatever it is that you are building or accomplishing this month, or beginning this month even, but I do feel like there is recognition you are experiencing now. It feels like there's still some things, some shadowy aspect or parts that you didn't anticipate. Some things you didn't anticipate with this. I don't even want to say it's like a be careful what you wish for sort of thing, although that did kind of come to mind. It's more like your fulfillment isn't ever going to come from just one thing. And I think with the 10 of Cups, it's also important that you are connected with people that you love. I feel like there's a lot of harmony that comes in relationships or in the form of relationships for you, Aquarius. And I mean, with Venus entering into your astrological 5th house of Libra, where it's very much at home, there is a lot of love. There is a lot of creativity. There is a lot of good feelings this month. I think November is going to be a very feel-good month for you, but then there's also going to kind of be like this weird sense of nostalgia, or even like, wow, I was so naive, I was so young, I achieved these things and I thought my life would be complete, and there's still a reality, you know, you still have to live your life. And I feel like for those of you who are artists or creatives in any way, it's like you've come so far, and like you might be looking back on where you were and how big that felt and how small it feels now, and like even how you have come to this place where it feels like you're really achieving or growing, and there's still more that can come from that. There's still more growth that can come from that. And I do feel like with Uranus and Jupiter being very activated in your astrological 4th house of home and family and your roots, there could be some focus on home and family. Maybe some of you are moving. Maybe some of you are moving in with a partner, or there's like taking a relationship to the next level, like something happening in your personal life like that. I feel like there's something that's really full circle, that's really, really beautiful. There's something that is ceremonious or significant in your personal life this month as well, but it also kind of shakes up the rest of your life too. It's like there's a lot of good things that are happening this month, Aquarius. But it feels like there's another side to it that you just didn't anticipate. And I don't want to worry any of you with that because, again, I really ultimately feel like this is such beautiful energy. Just don't get too head up in the clouds with all of it. Anything else for Aquarius? Any other messages? Anything else that Aquarius should be aware of? We have clarity, communication, maybe again some recognition with the Ace of Swords. Ooh. We have the Nine of Pentacles, abundance, stability, beauty. Love to see these cards. We also have the Eight of Swords coming out in reverse. I feel like you're getting out of your head. Getting out of your head and into your heart. And I felt like I mentioned that before. It's like, don't get so caught up in the day-to-day of things. Like, really remember the core of why you do what you do. Or why you love someone. Like, really remembering the heart of a relationship or a job or purpose. I'm actually curious, is there anything else coming up for relationships? King of Swords, this is actually your energy, Aquarius, with the Fool. Interesting. Yeah, it feels like making the next step, but like I actually look at these two cards together and it feels like there is just a logical step to take in your relationships this month. I feel like that could very well be romantic. Again, maybe it is like you're moving in or getting married or, there's something where it's like, yeah, this just feels like the next step. It feels very logical to me, even though it is like a big move, if that makes any sense. It could also be with another type of relationship, another person. It feels like there's just something, there's room for growth. There's a new chapter that you're embarking on in relationships. And the High Priestess, trusting in your intuition. I feel like you have a really strong connection with the people in your life this month, Aquarius. You're feeling them psychically. You're very in tune with each other. And I feel like there are a lot of people who are drawn to you as well because the High Priestess is kind of mysterious, kind of untouchable. It's kind of like the forbidden fruit energy a little bit. So I feel like there's definitely some people looking at you. And maybe some of you are just really focused on your own growth, your own career at this time as well. But I don't know, I feel like it is drawing attention. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that kind of just feels like what I was just saying. Some of you are very focused on growth. I do also get very strong Capricorn/Aquarius energy with both of these cards. So this could be someone that you are connecting to. Could also just be focused on yourself as well. Again, the Fool does represent Uranus, which I talked about being in your 4th house of home and family. There really could be something about you moving in with a partner or thinking about what you want your relationships to look like. How you want to share your life with the people closest to you. But honestly, beautiful energy. Beautiful reading, Aquarius. I think I'm just going to call it here. I don't want to mess up a good thing. I feel like you have something really beautiful happening. Actually, just going to note at the bottom of this Moonology deck, I just saw the blue moon, believing in the impossible. Like, there is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that is happening for you. Like, there is just this thing that is so celebratory, so excellent. It's like the opportunity of a lifetime. And I feel like you are really, your hard work is paying off. I'm so excited. And those are all the messages I have for you, Aquarius. I do hope that this was helpful. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe if this resonated for you, if this was helpful, especially if you've made it this far into the video. I do have all of my links in the description for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, so if you're ready for a deep dive, you can book those on my website. Again, you're welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign. There could be some messages for you there as well. And I will see you all next time. Take care, Aquarius. Have a very happy and blessed November.